Chinese military calls US biggest threat to world peace. Removed. Bully tells other bully to stop bullying. Pot, meet kettle. Oceania and SE Asia would like a word with you. Edit, the U.S. is not without fault. Tiananmen, oh, we're not supposed to talk about that, my bad. Yes, that's exactly what to say about one of your biggest opponents. Nothing about them bullying those in Southeast Asia for territory. Listen to our propaganda instead of looking at our Uyghur concentration camps. China, 2020. I'm not gonna say that statement is without truth, but where TF is China's room to talk. Op knows this post will do well on Reddit because China. Everyone should know it's always meaningless words being thrown back and forth between China and the US. Removed. Chinese military, also India, I need some more land so I'm taking yours. Nighting spy. This whole thread is bait. Both are a threat along with Russia. China genocide. America bombing countries since the 50, killing tens of millions and displacing at 100 million since the Korean War. Russia worldwide propaganda brigade causing confusion and pitting minorities against each other, and also making moves to take territory in Europe. Doesn't matter who's the worst at this point, all three of you are destabilizing the world. Usually those aiming at conquest call anything standing in the way a threat. Yes, China, America, and Russia are the biggest threats to the world. People have to understand that when you consider the negative impact of the United States globally, you must include our client states. Take Saudi Arabia. We have supported the House of Saud in their domination of the Arabian Peninsula, making sure that they were able to crush all domestic resistance to their autocratic theistic state. Saudi Arabia is currently waging a brutal war against Yemen, which is leading to the largest humanitarian crisis since World War II. 22 million are in immediate need of humanitarian aid and protection. They essentially live in a hell world. Even the most extreme estimates of the Chinese camps say 3 million Uyghurs are detained. How much talk do you hear about Yemen on Reddit compared to the camps? America has the blood of all those killed and brutalized, imprisoned, and intimidated by our client states around the world, on our hands. That is only one example of our actions around the globe. We have many other client states doing many more bad deeds. We have far more ability to effect change in this country than we do in China. Yet we abdicate our responsibility and focus on China to make ourselves feel better. It's like the pointing Spider-Man meme, but with nukes. What concentration camps? Removed. Not a fan of Xi, but global surveys say basically the same since more than a decade. The problem is that Americans don't see the problem. https://www. Mint Press News. com/Gallup poll US global image plunges Americans believe opposite /255846/. No, you are the biggest threat to world peace. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that usually what is said before an invasion of said threat? In the face of what any nuclear-armed military can do to all of us, being the biggest threat is a laughable technicality. Possibly true, they don't have a good track record in not starting a war, or not leaving countries in a big mess. For those saying China is not entitled to make the statement, China hasn't fought a war for decades. Can't say that about USA or virtually any other great power. Ha ha ha, fuck China. They both make the world not so safe. Okay China. Name all of your tasks. I mean, can't be world peace if China attacks America. Meanwhile India, Australia, Japan, Vietnam are all forming a coalition against China with America. Keep barking commies lol. Pot calls kettle black. Imperial Japan said the same thing back in the day. Are humans evil? Oh, the irony. LMAO, U.S. actions in Iraq, Syria, Libya, and other countries over the last 2 decades have resulted in the deaths of more than 800,000 people and displacement of millions, GN said. He ain't lyin'. Pot meet kettle. They hate us cause they ain't us. How do you define world peace? It's not necessarily a lie, but China is definitely omitting themselves, too. Oh, the irony. LOL. I think I should go check the doomsday clock and see if they changed it from 100 seconds to midnight to 90 seconds or less. This has to be from The Onion. 80 plus Chinese shill awards, nice. My crazy neighbor says the biggest threat to world peace is these goddamned squirrels. Both sources are equally reliable. In other news, the United States taps China as the biggest threat to world peace. Humans are just fucked. We will let every single thing divide us, from the color of our skin to the fucking piece of land someone was born on. Americans in this thread mouthing, I mean, they're not wrong. I think them covering up a deadly and highly contagious virus while almost crashing the global economy was definitely more of a threat to world peace, but call me a Murica shill. Most countries in the world agree. From his side it's true, the biggest threat to the Chinese military just peacefully marching across the world is the US military. I'm all about holding my country accountable for the very shitty things we've done, but I refuse to let China be the fucking moral authority on how countries should behave. So, they try destabilizing the US by undermining the election? How is that going to help? AKA, the biggest threat to their global control strategies. I think it's really US how, soon after China started to move away from industrialization, both the US and Australia started harping on about how China is bad and sending paranoia and general fear out. This precedes COVID. Personally, I'm not falling for this generation's Red Scare. No more unnecessary wars, thanks. We're beyond the point where we need to kill off people who are different from us. Conservative/authoritarian/nationalistic thinking is the biggest threat to world peace. Probably, but it still doesn't mean China gets off the hook for being one step lower on the ladder. Fair enough yet. Considering past examples, they must have forgotten about the concentration camps. China, that is. Let me see, where did I see this before? Oh right, Hitler. They say with active concentration camps and no sign of sarcasm. China isn't the one who's been at war for decades. Canadian here. I feel like the USA is not the biggest threat to world peace. I'm pretty sure most Americans aren't in support of disrupting peace. But saying any group of people isn't peaceful is going to provoke them, reinforcing a perspective that they aren't peaceful. It's almost too bad the statement wasn't Trump is the biggest threat to world peace, because then instead of forcing a polarized opinion on America as a whole, it singles out someone a majority of the world agrees isn't driven by promoting world peace, and identifies something that can be changed. The generalization promotes a unified view against America instead of a unified view against American leadership. Basically, don't stir the pot, China, it's unproductive globally. And America, if you truly believe you aren't a threat to world peace, don't support representatives that oppose global cooperation. Well, that's objectively true. Removed. They're not wrong. We haven't allowed peace in the world since we've been a nation. Constant war abroad is how America became the strongest country over the last 2 centuries. Removed. Literally every nation bordering China would like to have a word with you. That's pretty rich coming from Winnie the Pooh over there. World peace would mean the end to the military institution, and the military institution will not be having any of that. Fuck China. America is in a bad spot, but fuck China. Uno reverse card. Removed. China's answer to every bit of criticism they get is no, you. This thread has once again proven to me that nationalism makes you stupid. Spider-Man pointing. JPG. Historically yes, but lately no. We massively fucked over the Middle East, caused numerous problems for them and Europe, and that's just the 2000s. But lately we haven't. Trump, surprising given how shit he has been, has done a pretty good job of peace and not getting the US into more conflicts. Also, really, China look like you're trying to start a war with India, and talk of invasion in Taiwan. Going by recent events, it's you, China, not the US, that is a threat to world peace.